Hello, welcome to Your Daily Five. This is Jane Gallina, also known as Airplane Jane. And you can follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, my website, cjanetrade.com. And I'm also a leader at Ticker Talker. If you ever have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at jane@cjanetrade.com. All right, let's get into the top 5 stocks that I'm watching. First one on my list is going to be Nike. Nike looks like it could be primed for breaking out from this downward trend, setting up with a little bit of a triangle wedge. And it looks as if we could break that 135 level, a bit of resistance right there, and then secondarily that downward trend line. We might be seeing that Nike will surge up to 152 as a potential swing trade. Looking at the seasonality as well, it seems to bottom out a bit of January, just like the chart, and then continue up almost until the end of August, and then it goes parabolic going into the holiday season. So liking this chart, but waiting for the right entry, putting my risk roughly at 132.50. All right, now on to Pepsi. Pepsi as well looks like it's setting up somewhat for a similar pattern, however, still in that downward trend. Right now, that 137.50 area looks as if it's holding as support. So keeping that on watch. And again, this one could run up to potential of 152 as a target when it breaks that downward wedge. Again, looking at the seasonality, so the annual expectation for the stock performance based over the 20 past years is it bottoms at the end of January. We're pretty much there. This is January 29th. And looks as if we're going to continue to the upside, a little bit of a throwback in March, back down to that upward trend. And then we just surge after that third week of March. Another one, everybody's been hearing about GameStop, AMC. Well, it seems like Wall Street Beats has been targeting silver as well, and in particular, AG. It's not a wonder this did have a technical breakout from an upward triangle. And look at that volume that came in yesterday. Now, if we're able to close above 1820, it corresponds beautifully to the silver futures in which we see a massive run until the end of February. So liking AG in particular because it's lower float, a short squeeze potential. And here's that seasonality for the silver futures. We have that nice run up, a little bit of a throwback into the beginning of February, and then just a big rise up. Next on the list is Tesla. It's very rare that Tesla gives us a pullback to get in at a nice entry. We do seem to be bouncing off of the 20 simple moving average, that orange trend line, and we have another triangle setting up. Looking for more volume to come in. At the moment, it's still fairly light. This could be some profit taking after the large run from entering into the S&P 500. So on watch, if it does break down further, would watch for that support down roughly at $700. So definitely being patient on this trade. Rarely is there a pullback on Tesla with the addition of being put into the S&P 500. It's a green energy company, not just an electric car company. They do have solar panels, they do have battery storage, and they also sell their batteries and their technology to other car makers. So looking at that, it looks as if it's ready for a bigger move. Which direction yet? Not exactly sure, but definitely keeping it on watch. Could easily hit over 1,000 if it breaks out of that downward wedge. Final one for today is going to be the Monster Beverage Company. This is the daily chart, and you can see it's been in a nice upward rise ever since March. Well, the seasonality looks like it is primed again for another big move, more moving forward. We have a support level roughly at $83 and another resistance roughly up at 100. So keeping it on watch, if it can break that downward trend line again and break above the 50 simple moving average, which is at 88.67. Would also like to see it break above 90. So looking for that strong break above 90 with volume for a bigger move up. And when we look at the seasonality for Monster Beverage Corporation, it's definitely bullish from the end of January on up until that first week in November when it goes parabolic again. If you all would like to learn more about me, please check out my Ticker Talker profile at tickertalker.com, where I also offer newsletter, daily picks, as well as a morning video of how I create my watch list. Thank you for watching your Daily 5.
Hey, Grayson Rose here with StockCharts. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, consider giving it a like down below, maybe leave us a comment, and if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe at the link up above. We're gonna bring you daily content from an incredible collection of technical analysts and financial experts.